A bird can land on a power line carrying thousands of volts, sit there looking completely relaxed, and somehow fly away without so much as a suspicious twitch. Meanwhile, you touch a damaged electrical cable, and suddenly your entire family is making phone calls. Why don't birds get electrocuted? Are they wearing tiny rubber shoes? Or birds simply read the electrical safety manual and decided to follow the rules? The answer is much simpler, and much more fascinating. The electricity isn't what makes a shock dangerous. It's the difference in electrical potential between 2 points. And as long as the bird stays in the right place, electricity has very little reason to travel through its body. Welcome to Past in Plain Sight. Today, we're uncovering the fascinating reason birds can casually sit on power lines without turning into crispy chicken. To understand this, we first need to understand what electricity actually wants to do. Electric current is always looking for a path through which it can move. But here's the important part. It doesn't simply attack anything that happens to touch a wire. For a dangerous current to flow through your body, there generally needs to be a meaningful voltage difference between the points where current enters and leaves. Think of electricity like water. Water doesn't flow just because you're standing near a pipe. It flows when there's a pressure difference. Electricity works in a similar way. Now imagine a bird sitting on one power line. Both of its feet are touching essentially the same electrical potential. There's no large voltage difference between one foot and the other. So there isn't much reason for a significant current to travel through the bird. The bird is basically sitting on the electrical equivalent of one giant step. And apparently, it has excellent balance. Now you might be wondering, but aren't those power lines carrying enormous amounts of electricity? Yes, some transmission lines operate at hundreds of thousands of volts. That sounds terrifying. If you provide electricity with a path through your body between two different potentials. But voltage alone doesn't automatically mean a bird will be electrocuted. The bird isn't somehow immune to electricity. It's simply not creating a useful path for dangerous current to flow through. This is where things become much more interesting. Imagine the bird decides to spread its wings and touches another wire carrying a different voltage. Suddenly, everything changes. Now there is a potential difference across the bird. Electricity has a reason to move. And that's when our feathered friend has made a very serious mistake. It's basically gone from sitting quietly on a highway to suddenly building an exit ramp. The same problem can happen if a bird touches a power line and a grounded object at the same time. For example, if one part of its body contacts a live conductor while another part touches a grounded pole or structure, current can travel through its body. And that can be deadly. So the bird isn't protected because it's a bird. It's protected because it normally touches only one electrical potential at a time. Humans can actually experience the same principle. Electrical workers sometimes use specialized techniques that allow them to work on energized power lines while remaining at the same electrical potential as the conductor. But don't take that as an invitation to test the theory. Your local power company would strongly prefer you not become an experimental electrician. There's another reason birds have an advantage. Their bodies are relatively small compared with the distance between many power lines and grounded structures. A large bird with wide wings can actually be at greater risk because it's physically capable of touching two different points simultaneously. And that's why some birds do occasionally die from electrical contact. It's not because the electricity suddenly became angry. It's because the bird accidentally created a path between different electrical potentials. What looks like a miracle is really one of the simplest and most important rules of electricity. The bird isn't surviving because electricity is harmless. It's surviving because the circuit is incomplete. Sometimes the biggest mystery isn't the electricity itself, but the path it chooses to take. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to Past in Plain Sight, and join us next time as we reveal why there are giant balls on power lines. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.